Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Well, today's an exciting day because I get to talk to you about one of the most innovative products here at Eureka Zone, and in my opinion, the most innovative product on the market today, the Ez-One Woodworking Center. Now, the Ez-One by far is the most versatile, adaptable, and safest work center that you could have in your shop. Let's take a look at some of the common tools that are out there on the market today, such as the miter saw, the joiner, the radial arm saw. How about the router table and the table saw? Now imagine combining the functions of those 5 tools into one. Well, if you can imagine that, then you've just imagined the Ez-One Woodworking Center. It is the ultimate work center that meets all of your shop needs. Now, the versatility of the Ez-One Woodworking Center is only limited by your imagination. It's completely adaptable and can be expanded upon to meet your requirements. And the best part of it is under the surface of all the functionality of the Ez-One is the ultimate workbench. A workbench that can be totally configured, easily adjusted to meet all of your layout and assembly requirements, and with the aid of accessories like the smart clamps, it turns the Ez-One into the ultimate clamping center as well. Now, we all know that actions speak louder than words, so over the next few minutes I'm going to take you through some of the many functions of the Ez-One Woodworking Center. So enjoy. One of the most notable features of the Ez-One Woodworking Center is the patented bridge system that allows the user to raise and lower the guide rail when loading and offloading material. As material is loaded on to the Ez-One, the bridge enables the track to act as a large clamp, securing the workpiece in place. This is what we commonly refer to as the dead wood concept, meaning that material is held dead still while the user makes a safe and accurate cut. The clamping action of the bridge and rail system allow you to clamp from 0 to 4 inches, and with a slight adjustment of the bridge from 4 to 8 inches. So no matter if you're clamping something as small as this 1/8 inch plywood or something larger, such as this 2x stock, your workpiece is firmly held into place while you safely make your cut. The Ez-One Woodworking Center allows you to safely and accurately make those common cuts that you would normally make on a table saw, such as a rip cut or a cross cut. But it also gives you the ability to safely and accurately make those cuts that aren't so common, such as a taper cut, which normally would require a special jig on the table saw. Well, in this example, we're going to create a 4-sided taper cut, like you would see in a table leg, all on the Ez-One and all without a special jig. We're going to first take this 2x6 material and we're going to cut it down to a uniform size of 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And we'll start that by doing a rip cut. And then from there, we'll then create our 4 tapers to finish this leg off. All right, now that I've got my stock cut down to 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches, I went ahead and laid out the marks to where I want my taper to start and how much I want to take off the bottom of this leg. I want my taper to start 6 inches from the top of the leg, and I want to take off 3/8 of an inch off all 4 sides. So I've got 2 of the stops that come with the Ez-One set up so I can register my workpiece and create 4 uniform cuts, which ultimately will result in a perfectly 4-sided tapered leg. Well, there you have it, a nice 4-sided tapered table leg, all done on the Ez-One Woodworking Center and all without any special jig. Now the best part is the stops that I have set up on the Ez-One, I can repeat those same 4 cuts on the 3 remaining table legs, and I can be confident that all 4 of my table legs are going to be uniform in shape and size. As we continue with complex cutting on the Ez-One, let me show you how the Ez-One Woodworking Center can help save you money by limiting the amount of scrap wood in your shop. Let's say, for example, that I've got this small scrap piece of 1x material that I pulled out of my scrap bin, and I need to use it in my project that I'm working on currently. Well, half of this material I need in one part of the project, but the other half I want to do some inlay banding, so I need some thin strips. Well, I need to be able to maximize the most yield out of this small piece, or else I'm going to have to make a run to the hardware store. Well, all of that can be done here at the Ez-One, and we're going to get as much as we can right out of this small piece, safely and accurately. The standard package of the Ez-One Woodworking Center comes with 4 of these aluminum 6-way stops that can be used in multiple setups on the Ez-One to help you with your cutting task, whether you need a stop for repeated cuts, or if you need something to secure small pieces of wood. These little stops get the job done. In this example, we're going to use it both ways, as a stop and as a secure hold for our small piece of scrap wood. The top of the Ez-One Woodworking Center is completely convertible for multiple cutting setups. In this example, I'm going to slide 2 of my rails towards the head of the table, and I'm going to space those rails to where they'll support my small piece of scrap wood. Now I can take my 4 stops and I can trap that piece of scrap wood into place, firmly holding it while I make my cut. Now, of course, this piece would be secured underneath the guide rail, but I brought it out here for visual purposes so you could see what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and now get everything set up in the appropriate place so we can move forward. For this setup, I've got 2 of the stops that come with the Ez-One Woodworking Center set up for repeatable cuts so I can yield as many thin strips out of this small scrap piece of wood as possible. I tell you, that is a great way to demonstrate how the Ez-One Woodworking Center can save you money by minimizing the amount of scrap wood that you have laying around in your shop. I was able to safely and accurately take that small piece of 1x material and cut the parts out that I needed for my project, leaving only this sliver of a piece of wood left. With results like this, I'll have my scrap bin cleared out in no time. If you do casework or cabinetry in your shop, then the Ez-One Woodworking Center is the perfect accessory for you, giving you a safe and accurate way to rip cut, cross cut, and square up those large panels, like the one that's on the table behind me. Earlier in the video, I made mention of how the top of the Ez-One is completely convertible and easily adjustable for multiple cutting setups. And that's all due to the open top design and the sliding rails of the table. Well, the great part about the sliding rails is not only do they slide in that parallel motion, but with a quick turn of a couple of knobs, they also slide in a perpendicular motion for multiple configurations. But let's take it a step further. Let's say all of your parts are cut and now you need to convert the Ez-One Woodworking Center into a workbench so you can lay out your parts and assemble your project. Well, doing that is as simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, go ahead and position your rails. 2, take a 3/4 inch piece of plywood and use it as a drop-in module. And 3, you're ready to lay out and assemble your project. Now, converting the Ez-One Woodworking Center into a workbench requires very little time and no additional space in your shop. It's all contained within the footprint of the Ez-One. And the great part about the drop-in modules is you can use them as sacrificial tops for when you're cutting smaller parts or odd-shaped projects on your Ez-One Woodworking Center when the open-top design isn't optimal. Now, while I have the drop-in modules in the Ez-One table, I'm going to take this opportunity and show you a demonstration cut that's virtually impossible to do safely on any other machine. But first, I need to go ahead and create a kerf cut in my sacrificial top. So this demonstration starts with a small block of wood that I need to go ahead and cut a tapered cut out of it. So I'll go ahead and position it where I need it. Clamp it into position with the guide rail and make the cut. Set that piece aside, and we'll go ahead and take this piece here and turn it upright like this and place it under the guide rail once again to create a second taper in the opposite direction. Now notice, as I lower the bridge, the guide rail grabs the wood and pulls it up underneath it, securing it in place with the clamping action. And now I can go ahead and make my second cut. Now there, I have my double-sided taper, my little propeller, and the remaining piece is my triangle. So what did you guys think of the demonstration? It's a great way for the Ez-One Woodworking Center to flex its muscles to demonstrate how safely you can execute cuts that are virtually impossible in other machines. So from here, let's talk about edge joining with the Ez-One. You know, from time to time, we woodworkers build projects that require us to glue one or more boards together to create panels for that project. And in order to get those perfect panels, we need to make sure that our glue joint is virtually seamless when the boards are brought together. Well, in order to get those seamless glue joints, we need to make sure that the edges of our material are jointed, which used to require a joiner and pushing the material into a high-speed spinning blade, which has its dangers. Well, now thanks to the Ez-One Woodworking Center, we can safely and accurately edge join our material to create those perfect panels. Here I've got a piece of mahogany that I picked up at the lumber yard. Now it's already been surface planed on two sides, but it still has that rough sawn edge that I need to joint before I cut this board down to create my panel. And as you see, as the boards are brought together, you can watch that joint just virtually disappear, creating a perfect panel. Well, I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the Ez-One Woodworking Center. As I said in the beginning of the video, the Ez-One is the most innovative product out there on the market today, and we've only just scratched the surface of its many functions and capabilities. And the abilities of the Ez-One are only limited by your imagination. Now I'd like to close out this video by making a small and quick project for you, a picture frame. And in order to do that, I'd like to introduce one of our other top products, the Super Smart Router Kit. Now to learn more about the Super Smart Router Kit, as well as the Ez-One Woodworking Center, or any other product from Eureka Zone, you can visit www.eurekazone.com. I want to thank you for taking the time to sit and watch this video, and until next time, I'll see you soon.